I am quite confident that everyone who is a unauthorized basic subscriber is going to be pleased to know that we are now beginning to send out invites to Social Galactic 2.0 to the basic members, the basic subscribers. It's going to take a while. There's a lot of you. We have sent out, I don't know the exact number, but we've sent out hundreds more invites than have been responded to. I strongly suggest that you check your spam and so forth. If not, I'll let people know when they should contact me. We can easily confirm that that you're a member and make sure that you get an invite. But we have sent out invites to all of the annual and all of the premium subscribers now. The email, what email did the invite come from? I have no idea. But just, do a search for Social Galactic. And again, if you want to, you can always upgrade. I mean, this is not a one-time offer. If you are a subscriber at a certain level, then you will get the Social Galactic, the corresponding Social Galactic subscription for as long as you maintain the subscription, assuming that Social Galactic is still running. So, but I believe the plan is to provide something for the Feed the Bear subscribers. I don't want anybody to check me. I don't want anyone to contact me about not receiving their invites yet. I will let everybody know when we want to hear from people. Right now, we're not right now we're not trying to fill in the blanks. Right now, we're actively inviting new batches of people. I believe that we're going to we're going to do something for the Feed the Bear folks. I'm not certain yet. I believe we're planning. I mean, we're definitely going to invite them early before we go public. I don't know exactly what kind of account. If they're, the basic people are going to be getting a bronze account, and so I know that the Feed the Bear folks will at the very least be getting their own special icon. But we need to see how well the servers are standing up to the burden before we make final decisions about that many people and so forth. That Patreon changed their terms of use. They did, and the nature of those changes strongly indicates that they are going to attempt to fight it out. So it's not going to be, they're not going to do the smart thing, and instead they're going to take the higher risk approach, which is fine. Not concerned about it. We have we haven't even begun to bring in the big guns, but there will be. I mean, I can guarantee you that there will be some developments coming relatively soon, by which I mean in the next month, that will probably be public. Yeah, the Legal Legion has been extremely busy over the past week or so, and just with the main thing. So let's go ahead and talk about the main subject, which is President Trump and the Soleimani assassination. Why would the New York Times have published a story essentially talking about a missile attack on Soleimani right before it happened? Do you think that's just an amazing coincidence? Or is there something more going on? There probably is something more going on. We don't know. We have no idea. All of these different scenarios, there's probably twice as many, 3 times as many possible scenarios that we could concoct if we were to sit down and just really focus on this. It's entirely possible that the Israelis did it and Trump decided to take credit for it in order to prevent a massive attack on Israel. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that what we're not seeing is we're not seeing the mainstream story, the mainstream narrative playing out. What the mainstream wants, what the neocons want, what the people who run the New York Times want, is they want a massive war where U.S. troops engage in a ground war in Iran. That's what they want. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to take this narrative and turn it into something that will provide the basis for that. So for example, again, this is just total brainstorming here, not knowing anything about it. What if Israel droned the guy, and knowing that that would be used to spark a revenge attack on Israel that would then be used to drag the U.S. into it, maybe the president goes ahead and shuts that whole thing down by taking credit for it. Possible? Of course it's possible. It's just as possible as the actual story that the guy decided to fly. I mean, here's another thing. Don't you think it's just a little bit suspicious? The guy's hand with the ring that identifies him just not only sticking out of the wreckage, but actually shown in all the media pictures. How often do they show that kind of stuff? Doesn't it sound a lot like those passports that miraculously survived the 9/11 plane crash, the explosions, the fires, the building collapses, and we just happened to find all these passports just sitting here totally untouched. I was the leading scorer for my team, and I was the focal point of the offense one year in high school. And our coach was offended at the end of the year when I was not voted the most valuable player, and he actually tried to create an award for me, and I begged him not to. Fortunately, he didn't. And I pointed out to him that I had voted for the guy that most of the others had voted for. He was the leader of our team. He taught us how to be a team. He wasn't the best player. He didn't score anywhere nearly as many goals as I did. He didn't control the ball as well as some of the other players did. But he was the reason that our team went undefeated. And he was the reason that the next year when he was gone, we went to state. Because he had taught us how to be a team, how to play as a team, how to stop focusing on ourselves and start focusing on what we needed to do to be successful. So, all right. Well, that's all we got for tonight. Thanks for tuning in.